Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Coffee No Cream, back with another video. To all my returning people, subscribers, I want to say hello. How are y'all? I love y'all and thank y'all for returning. To anyone that is a newbie or just checking out my channel just to check it out or whatever the case may be, I want to say hello. Welcome to my channel. On my channel, we talk about a lot of things. We talk about what it's like to be black in America, especially for women. We talk about feminine women, what it's like to be a feminine woman. We speak about all kind of topics. I got a couple. So I just started doing reels. So if y'all come across my reels, y'all make sure y'all like them and share them. And again, thank you all for coming to check me out today. So I got a couple things to talk about today. I just came from the gym and I'm going home. I got a lot of tests to do, so I got to make this video kind of quick because I got to pull up to my house. But the first thing I want to talk about is today was a good day. For breakfast I had eggs. Lunch, which is what I just had, I had salad with bacon, cucumbers, onions. I used ranch dressing, muscadines on the side, and I did have a water. Oh, it's somewhere here. And some water. And I don't know what I'm gonna fix tonight for dinner, but that's the gist of pretty much what took place today. Today I have on just a regular sundress. It touched the ground in case y'all have. This is one of my. If you ever see me with this dress on, it's for the purposes of just so y'all know, so y'all won't be like, oh, she wear that dress. If you ever see me with this dress on, it's because I'm doing one of the two things. I'm either literally washing clothes, or I'm doing something that's requiring me to stay in the house. I love sundresses, but I also know how men kind of adore sundresses on certain women, especially if they're shapely women. And I'm not up, I appreciate men. I love black men. I'm married to one. I'm raising one. But I just don't want to be jiggling all over the place and nothing. So I just came from the gym. I just threw my dress on. Now I'm on my way to the house because I got a couple tests I got to do. But there's something that I wanted to talk about. The first thing I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about current events. Something that has taken place that a lot of people are discussing lately is Jeenie and Jeezy. Okay, first off, let's go ahead and say this. Let me go ahead and say this. I gotta say it. I already knew Jeezy was not gonna stay married to that woman. I feel like it was just a means to. I feel like it was an agenda push, but I believe most things in America are agenda pushes. But I also feel like Jeezy needed her just as much as she needed him for the sake of promoting Asian women and the Asian and black men type of thing. That's just what I think. I could be wrong, but that's just what I've always thought from the time he started dating her. She even said it on the show that she prefers black men on the side, which is why I always want to know, like, why is it that black men date women that say these kind of things, and even women that don't say these type of things? Why? I'm sorry, I didn't even know I had my headphones on. Why do black men date women that we all know that y'all are their side pieces? Y'all are not the number one pick. The only way you're their number one pick is if you are an athlete that gives them more notoriety, or if you're a millionaire, a billionaire, something like that, But other than that, it's not. And they fetishize black men for their penises, just like white men fetishize black women for their butt and lips. So yeah, I already knew it wasn't gonna be. They ain't really have nothing in common. Jeezy to me needed someone. He's divorcing her. That's why I'm speaking on his behalf. I feel like he needed someone that was what's the word I'm looking for, on his level of whatever that level is to y'all. Like, I'm saying it in a sense of, excuse me, I'm saying it in a sense where, like, most people want to be able to communicate with another person on common ground. Like, they don't want to feel like they're talking to someone or dealing with someone that feels like they're better than them or has more money than them. And we all know Jeenie Mine says she doesn't come from money, but we know Jeezy, for real, got it from the moon, you know. So in saying that, I'm saying I just always, you know, I didn't think they were going to make it. That's my current event topic. That's how I feel. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. It was something else that I wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, I came across this TikTok, and I don't even have TikTok. It was on one of the reels, which is what kind of made me get into reels. I came across this TikTok that said, if a vagina doesn't make a woman, then why is it that a purse, a handbag, a purse, nails, lipstick, and makeup does, right? And it was so funny that's what, you know, that's what was said, because I had said this about maybe 8 years ago when I watched this woman go to the gym that I go to. He looked like a boy. So short story, he came in the he always wear the Superman shirt. He came in the gym and he had on a purple wig, but he was real brolic. And so I said, I'm a little bit at this point in time, I'm a little rough around the edges. So, you know, I didn't say nothing to that person, but I said something to the front desk. I runs out. I said, hey, what's going on? Are men allowed in our locker room? They said, what man? Is a man in the locker room? I said, yeah. I said, they said, point him out. I said, well, come on, I'll show you. So the front desk person came with me, and I said, right there in the purple wig. And he said, the front desk person said, oh, no, that's not a man. That's Charlene. I said, no, right there in the purple wig, the man that's standing right there. And so she pulled me to the side. She said, no, that's a man. So I later found out from somebody that knows of that man that's a transgender that he comes in the locker room. He is a man. Of course, he's a man. And he has been putting on this show for a few years now. And so I asked them, I said, I want a meeting with not only the manager of the branch, but I also want to have a meeting with the president. They sent me always to the president. And this is when they was first getting ready to start pushing the LGBTQ, agenda. And I specifically said to him, and I'm going to tell you what he said to me. I said, this thing is trying to go a little bit overboard. Now, women or men don't care about trans, gays, lesbians, whoever, being whatever they are trying to create themselves to be. But it starts to be an intrusion when they're walking into locker rooms or saying that they are women. Let's say a male says that he's a woman, but the only thing that he's saying, the only thing that makes him a woman based off what they're saying is the fact that he has on a wig. I said, so if that's the case, my brother could come up here, put on a wig, and just walk into a woman's locker room. Is that what you're saying? They said, no, well, it's a little deeper than that. I said, I don't think so. And I said, if, as a matter of fact, the conversation went on. I said, I really think that it would be more appropriate if I just, called a news station. But I didn't know that the news stations were starting to be, on these type of things as well. So, to make a long story short, I pretty much want to say that I agree with the TikTok. If the only thing that makes a woman a woman, now I'm a woman, born, biological, natural woman. If the only thing that makes a woman based off what society is now saying is you just have to classify yourself as a woman, how does that protect women? So I'm just kind of sick of all the nonsense. If I could just be, pretty transparent right now, I'm really just sick of it. Do real women care about people classifying themselves as whatever they want to. No, you can be a dog, but it starts to be an intrusion. Oh, I also took my son to the doctor just recently for his sports physical, because he plays sports. And I turned around 3 weeks later and took him, which was a few days ago, to his doctor's appointment, and they asked the same thing. They're starting to ask children, what do they prefer? And so I said, I'm in the room with my son, he's not undressed. He has on a gown. I stepped out while he got, gowned up. I come back in and they're like, yeah, we have to ask children a series of questions. And I'm just sitting there like, ask them, because I'm thinking they're going to say something about abuse or anything like that, which is something we want, children to speak up about. They asked my son, what do you prefer? Now, my son is 12. What do you prefer? Boys, girls, or both? One, you don't even know if he has gotten to a point of liking having crushes yet. But then two, you didn't ask me, was it okay for you to ask my son that? She said to me when I asked her about that, she said, well, we're after the age of 12 and he'll be 13 next year. Okay, that's next year, because he'll be into teenager. As of the age of going over the age of 12, we're able to ask them questions without you. So you mean to tell me an adult is considered an adult at 18, but you can tell me to step out the room while my child is in the room with a whole nother adult so that he can feel comfortable with you but not feel comfortable with me being in the room while you ask him questions? That's what you're saying? And she said, yeah, we try to make sure that the children have a rapport. And I said, okay. I just let her finish. I just need to get my son this appointment. Let's get finished. I further then asked the nurse, when the nurse came back in to give him his shots, I said, can you have that doctor come back in? They didn't want to get her. But I wasn't going to fuss at her. I was just going to say, put it in my charts, put it in my son's charts, that no one is allowed to ask him that again. That was very uncomfortable. I don't care how y'all feel about it. It was uncomfortable, not only to my son, because yeah, of course my son likes girls, but it's uncomfortable because what made you think that he wanted to answer that question? Then if he would have said to you, I feel comfortable not answering that question, you would have just automatically assumed that a child that's answered like that was confused. But I'm just so disgusted with society right now. It's just it's a different kind of disgust. Okay, so those are two or three different ones. Okay, let me give you another one. So now the schools are asking children what would they prefer to be called. So my daughter has a nickname. So they emailed me and says, just to let you know, your daughter has chose to be called this. I already know she's called that because that's what we call her. But I thought, I'm not upset with them for sending an email about it. I'm saying, is it just me, or is things are things only private when it's convenient for the government? I mean, things are only not private when it's convenient for the government. But it's a bit despicable, if you really want to be honest. So then what else happened? Something else just happened. I'm sorry y'all don't have a ring on, so don't go on this rant about how I'm still married and I'm going home to my husband right now. I forgot my ring. He gonna fuss at me too, so it is what it is. It was something else I was getting ready to say, and now I forgot it. Oh, I took my daughter last year to her appointment. And do you know, a male doctor, because her doctor wasn't in, showed up and said, are we able to check her down there? I said, down where? He said, we have to have you step out so we can check her down there. I said, is you crazy? Are you all right? I don't care if you think she's done something or if you don't think she's done something. I don't even care if you think I don't care what the case is. you're not looking, you as a man are not getting ready to look at my child or in my child's private area. What is wrong with you? So he said, well, we all have to do it. I said, well, that's one that you won't be doing. And he said, are you declining? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. So the moral of this story is, everybody, protect your children. Stand up for them at all costs. And I'm even saying the children, when I say this, I'm not just speaking on straight children, even though there is an agenda to destroy young black boys first, young black girls second, children altogether third. But they wanted it in that order. They're trying to effeminize young boys. Starting at, I'm talking about as soon as your child come out, they're trying to make them sissies. I'm just saying. And they're trying to make the little girls hoes, so now that they start sleeping with white men, or either they start getting STDs. That's why Suki Hana and Sexy Red. That's why I think that they're put. I think that these women have been paid to be this way for just the sake of agenda purposes. I think that is not. Now, please, I'm not telling you how to raise your child. But if you really want to be quite honest, I am saying watch it, because those little songs, what it is, hope, what? It's so many little girls running around singing that song. It's so many little girls. Then Sexy Red then did a whole allegedly did a whole concert or whatever it was at a school talking about how her butthole brown. We don't want to know this stuff. And for y'all who support this kind of music, it's disheartening, because we had whole music. We had the Trinas, the Foxy Browns, the Lil' Kims. We had that. But it was also censored. You had the option. You couldn't bring uncensored music into your family's home. You had the option to buy censored or uncensored, and the only way you can buy uncensored CDs is if you were 18. Somebody tell me, somebody stop me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying. So why is everything so uncensored now and trying to and made to seem so normal? Why would you go on and talk about how your butthole is brown? One, what color is it supposed to be? But then two, who cares? Then you're ranting and raving about having an STD. You got all of these nasty looking tattoos. Your hair looks very matted. You're very unkempt. Suki is a very pretty girl. I don't even think Sexy Red is ugly. I think their demeanors are disgusting. But what I wanted to say is this. I said this about 10 years ago, before Nicki had her baby and before Cardi had her baby. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. I said eventually one day those women got to have babies. Eventually. Right? Time has come. Baby's here. The same way y'all was trying to put our kids on the whole stroll. Don't be trying to censor your lives and stuff when your baby's walking the room. No, Cardi, no, Nicki. Go on and keep playing that slut hoe drill music. Go on and keep playing it. Because you didn't have a problem playing it for our children. I said what I said. I'm not one that's going to altercate, beef, none of that. But if you ask me what I said, I'm going to tell you what I said. And that's what it is. You didn't have no problem putting out this kind of disgusting music for our babies. I walked in the hood store the other day. Anybody that's from Charlotte know what hood store I'm talking about. I'm going to say it's off the no. So I walked in this store, and the African gentleman, really nice guys, always been really nice to me, never flirtatious or anything like that, just real kind-hearted. They were playing the uncensored version of not Mobb Deep, but not Goody Mob. What was that? UGK. Was it UGK? Oh God. Oh, I cannot think of it. But it was very uncensored, and it was music that we used to listen to, but it was censored when we used to listen to it. When I say it was bees and hoes and suck my, I said, hey, let me ask you something. I said, y'all don't have a problem playing this music, seeing as how children are getting out of school and they just, they in and out y'all store. He said, we don't know how to censor. I said, yes, y'all do. Because if y'all was around y'all kids, y'all would know how to censor it. I get so tired of people playing this game where it's like, oh, well, we don't know how to do that. Y'all don't know how to do it until it's got something to do with y'all kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about and this is what our community needs to be speaking up about. Like things like this. Like, and I mean, this is a very small issue. We can go talk about the school lunches. We can talk about how they don't have mental health experts working in the school system, how they're not paying teachers enough in the black district schools. Oh, we can keep going. But let's start here. Let's go ahead and dissect this situation with the music. I remember back in the day, you couldn't ride by an old person's house without cutting your music down, or you walk in their house without taking your hat off, right? Now, it's no respect. I watch young folks walk past old people just cuss like 40 going north. But you know what? I don't even just blame the young folks. I blame some of these elders. Why? Why am I saying that? Because some of these elders walk around here trying to be children. So got draws showing. I would never walk around a child like that. Thongs, showing your thongs, workout clothes with pulled up in your butt and your vagina. No bra on, walking around these girls and these kids, trying to make it seem like, trying to normalize sexual mannerisms. Men walking around, crack showing, boxers showing, got their hands in their pants. This stuff is disgusting. And if we're gonna change, how we live life, especially as black people, I speak about what it's like to be black in America. If we're going to change these behaviors, we have to first start with ourselves. Check yourself. I'm checking myself. When your child comes around me, you better ask them. And it's a lot of y'all that know me in Charlotte, North Carolina. You better ask them. I don't play certain music around kids. I don't even play it usually by myself. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Lotto. I don't play that stuff around kids. I don't play it at no family cookout. You shouldn't play it at a family cookout. You got kids that's trying to double dutch. Meanwhile, they just start talking about giving head and having oral sex, and now Uncle Fofo over there on the grill, Fufu, whatever you want to call him, he over there on the grill and start and grabbing himself. Now everybody looking like, is Uncle he finna get started? Or is Aunt Sheila getting ready to start twerking? Come on, man. Like, if we're gonna change the behaviors, we have to start with ourselves. But I was basically just pointing that out because I'm just, like I said, y'all know most times I get on here, and I don't want nobody thinking I'm coming for their parenting, because some people use music as an outlet, and they have to like, I'm one of those people. I use music as an outlet. We dance and we sing and stuff, but it is a such thing as clean versions. It is a such thing as you can change the song until the child is out of the room or whatever the case. You can do that, and you can still use it as an outlet. So it is ways to do it. I just get tired of people trying to act like the only way I know how to be is nasty, sick, stupid, stinking, and dirty. So that was my little rant for today. But I do hope that it was, beneficial to somebody. I did have a Bible verse that I wanted to, but it's in my bag, and I know for a fact me trying to look and find it. But it's about women being women, being modest and being decent. You can't, don't get me wrong, men gonna look at women, but they look harder when you naked. So just, dial it down a little bit. So, y'all can see my little locks growing. I'll be trying to keep y'all updated on my little lock journey and stuff. And, yeah, I'm going to get me some wings, y'all. I wasn't going to get them. I really wasn't. I was going to do right. But I'm here to go get me some wings. I ain't going to hold you and say I'm not. I really am. But, up under here, the same thing. I just threw a hat on. Little drop. Yeah, I just be keeping a hat on because, one, I've been starting to keep my glasses on too. One, I don't have a retwist, and people frown on that when it comes to locks. But two, I try to keep my little glasses on. I can be like incognito. But yeah, y'all. I just think we need to do better about our babies and about our community. And I'm gonna do my part. I promise you, you will never ever see me around your children, you know, loose and silly acting, talking all reckless, trying to make them gravitate towards, you know, being ghetto or ratchet. No. You'll never have to worry about that. Even if I don't know your children, I already love your children. Your babies are a part of my community, and I don't even know you. And I hope you feel the same way about my babies. But the thing about it is, I don't want my babies in a community of sickness. When I say sickness, I'm talking about mental. Like, you got to be a sick individual to get around children and talk sexual and talk about killing. I'm even talking about the men. Like, y'all get around young boys, but like, yeah, man, I remember when we used to pull them kick those. Why is y'all telling these kids about stuff like that? Them chaps ain't wanting to hear that. And even if they want to hear it, they still don't need to hear it. Don't tell my son that my son don't need to know about when you used to rob. No, that's all right. My daughters don't need to know about when you used to strip. Just make them believe that, you know, you came from I tell my children that I've had a past. My past didn't consist of sexual misconduct. No, I was never that. But I did have a bad attitude. You know, I had things about myself that I wasn't really proud of. And I tell children that because they need to know, like, you can too change. But I would not tell them and make it seem like a form of excitement. Because it's not. Why are you trying to make them, like, want to live the life? Tell them why they shouldn't live the life. Y'all, I know I done ran my time up on this YouTube. I just want everybody to know I love you. Thank you for visiting my channel. I pray for you. Please pray for me. We all gonna be all right. You know, it's one person at a time. You know, 10 people at a time, however you want to do it. But again, this is me. I don't like to say your girl. I don't like that because I'm definitely not a girl. I'm definitely a seasoned woman. But you can't say your woman because that sounds kind of stupid. I just say it's me, Coffee No Cream. Thank you for visiting, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all comment below. Let me know how you feel about this video. I'm not judging how you feel because we may not have the same forms of opinions, but let's have a dialogue about it. You know, let's see where we can kind of meet in the middle. And if we don't, we're just going to agree to disagree and keep it pushing. But I still love you, and you're still my brother or my sister in Christ. I'll see y'all next time. Visit the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a blessed day.